Hey everybody, this is Phil with Authors Insider Club and ebooktemplates101.com. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can cut something out of one image and place that item onto another image. Now the reason I'm doing this video is because we create book covers for authors and entrepreneurs, and we also have a course on how to create your own covers. And one question that's really common that we get all the time is, how can I take something from one image and use just that small part on my book cover, for example? So it's a great question, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. So first of all, I'm going to use Photoshop Elements. That's my favorite image editing program. You know, if you don't already have it, you can get it really inexpensively, either at Costco or on Amazon.com. You can usually get it for like 50 bucks. So it's a great deal. Or you can use something more expensive like Photoshop, or even something free like GIMP. But I'm going to use Photoshop Elements to show you how it's done. In this image, we have a bunch of little pumpkins. And what we're going to do is, let's say you just want to use this one pumpkin as part of your book cover. You wanted to like cut this out and place it on your book cover. I'm going to show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose the right tool for the job. And in Photoshop Elements, that is called the Quick Selection tool right here. And you can get to it by clicking on it or hitting the hotkey of A. I'm going to go ahead and select that. Now, once you select that tool, there's a brush size right here. And it's currently showing the brush size of 30, which you can click this arrow to change that. And the brush size will determine, you do it based on how big of an area you want. So if you were doing like, let's say you wanted like half the picture, a large area, you do a larger brush size. If you're trying to cut out a smaller area, let's say just maybe just like the stem of the pumpkin, you do a small brush size. So I think 30 is going to be about a good brush size for this. So again, we have the Quick Selection tool selected. So I'm going to just bring my mouse over to this pumpkin. We're just going to grab this one right here. I'm going to click on it and hold my left mouse button down, okay, and drag it across the pumpkin. As you do, you see it selecting most of the pumpkin. And then I'm going to let go. And just like that, it's done pretty much a perfect job of selecting the entire pumpkin, but nothing else. This is really cool. Now, it's not always that easy. The key and the secret is getting the right brush size. And there's no way to know the exact brush size. You just have to use some trial and error. If you do it and you get way too little or way too much at first, then you just adjust your brush size. But once you've done it a few times, you'll just start knowing the approximate brush size you should start with. And it's really quick and easy for you. Anyway, now that we've done that, it's really easy to take this out of the image and put it onto a different image. All we have to do is click on Edit and then Cut. And we've taken it out of the image. And now I'm going to just open up a brand new blank image I created with just a plain blue background. I'm going to click on Edit and then Paste. And we've pasted that in there. Now, the pumpkin's way bigger than this image. So I'm going to undo the paste. I'm going to resize this image. And now that I've resized the image, let's click on Edit and Paste. And now we have that in there. So once we do that and we've pasted our pumpkin in, this could be a book cover, it could be another image. You can paste it into any image at all. But once we do that, we can click on the Move tool right here, and then we can move the pumpkin around. We can also resize it, make it smaller or larger. But check that out. There's literally no background to this pumpkin. I mean, it's like a perfect cut and paste. If we look at the picture, that's where it was. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. There's no background to this. It's totally transparent, and it's perfect. I'll go ahead and open another image and show that we can actually move this into not just a blank image, but also another image like a book cover, for example. Okay, so here is a sample book cover that we have for sale. And let's pretend like we wanted to add the pumpkin to this cover. Now, this would make no sense on this cover, but I just want to show you that it does work adding to other images. So I'll just click on Edit and Paste. And now you can't see it, and that's because there's several layers to this, and it pasted in below some of these other layers. I'm just going to move that up over here, and there we go. And once we paste that in, we can adjust the size and move it around and all that kind of stuff. So it makes no sense in this actual type of cover, but I did want to show you that you can literally cut anything from any image and paste it into another image, move it around and resize it and have it look really good quickly and easily. So again, when you're using Photoshop Elements, the secret is just choosing the right tool, which is the quick selection tool, getting the brush size. Now I'll show you a quick, let's say you just want to do the stem of a pumpkin, which is a smaller area. I would go much smaller on the brush size, maybe go down to like 15, and then drag my mouse on the stem. And see, it grabs a smaller area when you use a smaller brush size. And there we go. And then we can click on Edit and Cut. Let's just go ahead and paste it into here. Edit and paste. And we have just the stem. And we could also resize it, move it around, put it on top of our other pumpkin, all kinds of stuff. So it's really easy. It's a fun thing to do. And hopefully that will help you with some of your book cover graphics. If you have any questions or do need a book cover, or you want to learn how to create book covers, make sure and visit our site at ebooktemplates101.com.